Right, hopefully we can finally get on with things.
Yes.
I'm ready to begin the march to DragonSpear, please.
Alright. I'll see you on the morrow. Word is your friend Imoen's mostly recovered from the Crusader poison, if you want to speak with her. Just remember, once you go up to your room, I'll leave to begin preparing for the journey. You won't get another chance to head out into the city.
Truly, truly a shame.
Yes.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing
Okay,
forth.
gather up, people.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Think carefully.
Hooded man.
So this is the Slayer of Saravok, the hero of Baldur's Gate. How pleased I am to make your acquaintance.
As I'm sure I will be yours once you tell me how you got in here.
If it is security you desire, it would be prudent to reconsider your sleeping arrangements. I suspect the palace's weaknesses have become all too apparent to you of late. Strange. There lies within you barely a spark of divine consciousness, yet you bested your brother in blood. How? What is it that drove you to victory where so many others fell in defeat?
We have to give an answer. I don't think it matters what it is. The teachings of my foster father.
Gorion. His death was the first step of your current journey, was it not? I wonder what wisdom did he impart that left such an impression?
Taught me to value knowledge.
Interesting. We will see if that is enough to bear you through the trials ahead. You do not see it yet, but another crossroads in your journey lies before you. One you will reach sooner than you think. The path you choose is of interest to me. Your path could lead in many directions. You waver, unsure whether to claim credit for your deeds or to brush them aside. I can offer you clarity, but we can speak more of this in time when I am certain that you are the one I seek.
What do you want?
Suffice it to say that I am a man who has lost much, but would regain some measure of what was taken from me. That is all you need know. I am not here to act, not yet. I am here to evaluate. Are you worthy? Is what you carry within enough? Are you strong enough to overcome the challenges you shall soon face? Only the passage of time will provide us answers. I'm curious to see how this plays out. I will be watching.
Foreshadowing. Unnecessary one in my opinion, but whatever. Especially in a weird situation.
Oh, you're back. Sorry if I don't seem excited to see you. Poison really takes a toll.
What was that man in the hood doing here?
You don't know him? He said he was a friend of yours. We've known some pretty strange characters, so I didn't think it was weird to have someone pop in looking for you.
I don't know who he is. He's certainly no friend of mine.
Forget about him. We need to talk about your going to battle the Crusade. I know you think you have to do this, but I am telling you, you don't. Not only do you not have to do it, you shouldn't. I'm healing, but you need to heal too. Not just from fighting Saravok. Those are just cuts and scars. But in coming to terms with, you know, what you are. Let someone else take care of the Shining Lady. Please.
Why is she saying this? Seems out of character. Unless she has something, unless she knows something I don't. The city needs me. What would you have me do?
I'd have you tell the city to take a long walk off a short pier, that's what I'd have you do. But you won't, will you? I know that look in your eyes. I'm wasting my breath. Promise me you'll be careful, all right? I don't know what I'd do if... We've just lost too many people, you know? I'm gonna leave now. Take care of yourself. Hey, 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 hey. Are you awake?
I am now.
You can't tell Daddy, Duke Silvershield, about this.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is.
I've joined the Flaming Fist!
No, you haven't.
No, really, I have. Not under my name, of course. Daddy would never allow it. But I'm in it now! Life as a noble is boring and stupid. I want to do something great with my life. And also get out of this dirty old city. And maybe meet some handsome soldiers. So, I'm going north with you.
I think there are easier ways to meet soldiers. And usually if you're a grunt, you're not gonna be doing some kind of heroic job. You're gonna be like 1 in 100 doing some kind of a job where any one of you could die at any moment. I mean, it's a glamorous job afterwards and heroic, but it's still not something that really gives you a good chance to outshine everyone else. Yeah, this is wonderful news.
I know! All right, go back to sleep. I'll see you in... Oh, I guess you don't really have time to sleep now. I'll see you soon. Remember, whatever you do, don't tell Daddy about this.
Here is the hero, raring and ready to go. The early bird catches the evil worm. Isn't that right, Boo?
I got out of bed for this. And if there's one thing I'm loath to do in a bed, it's get out of it.
The sooner we reach DragonSpear Castle, the sooner we shall learn whether thy father spawned.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Can we go now, please?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Think carefully.
I need to talk to someone.
I hope you slept well. You've a long road ahead.
Our prayers and hopes go with you. With your help, I'm sure we'll be able to stop the crusade before it grows any stronger.
The Flaming Fist travels with you under the command of Captain Corwin and Corporal Duncan. I'm sorry that Duke Elton could not be present, but the ongoing crisis has called his attention elsewhere. Is there anything else you need before you depart?
What route will we take to DragonSpear Castle? We'll have to travel by major roads. The contingent is too large to move swiftly overland. We'll cross the winding water at Coastway Crossing, then it's a straight march to DragonSpear.
Is there anything else?
Nothing.
May the gods look upon you with favor.
May Timora smile on you. If anyone can end this threat to the city, it is you.
You'd better get moving, unless there was something else. Speak with Captain Corwin by the main doors, and be on your guard. The trapdoors will likely hold dangers besides the crusade.
Take a quick look downstairs, see if the treasure is still there. Things might have changed a little bit.
With caution.
Okay.
Think carefully.
Look at all the people come to wish us good fortune in our travels, Boo.
With caution.
Ho there. You are the hero of Baldur's Gate, am I right?
I am.
I am Rafus Goodtree. It is an honor to meet you, and it will be a greater honor still to fight the Shining Lady at your side.
True.
I have kept you long enough, and you have greater responsibilities upon you than trading words with me. But I may be able to help with your burdens, if you would accept it.
I would be happy to offer counsel and watch over any of your companions with good hearts. Should you have need of them, seek me out. They shall be not far from my sight. Until then, hero of Baldur's Gate. Okay. Paladin. Bellagar. Garm.
I have many fine wares.
Weapons. Okay, so now we have an extra chance to buy gear, and I don't have money to actually get anything anymore. Got a magical maze at the very least. That's a pretty big deal, but it's not critical at the moment. And how the hell was I supposed to know that we get the chance to shop immediately? I guess we could buy some normal ammunition. This hopefully is not really needed, but who the hell knows. It's also cost like 1 gold piece for what, 80 arrows? So it's not going to cripple us in any way. What else? Yeah, he can sell basically everything. You have a problem with me, sir? Aye, the council may think the sun shines from your nethers, but I've heard the rumors. Maybe you are the hero the bards say, or maybe you were in league with Sarabog. Time will give us an answer to that, I suspect. Until it does, I've orders to supply you as long as you get going to pay for it. Yeah, much more... Okay, this is something I can buy. An ammo belt. Yeah, I'll take that. Or a potion case. Ammo belt might be more useful because we're so reliant on that. Anything else? Podamar. Aelin Argent is a madwoman, a chosen of the god, or possibly both. Whatever the case, she's clearly dangerous. Take care on your way. Okay, I will, thanks. I have no idea who he is.
I want my mommy.
You have children, Captain.
Just one. Feels like more than that sometimes.
I'm a handful. That's what Grandpa says anyway. His hands aren't that big though. I'd say I'm at least 6 handfuls. 6 of his hands, I mean.
This is my daughter, Roma.
I know you. You killed Saravak. Are you gonna kill Kalar too? Yeah, I'm hoping it won't come to that.
They'll do what they have to.
Just like you.
Exactly like that.
Your mother's a tough lady. Lucky to have her. Sometimes when she's here...
I have to work, Roma. You and Grandpa need to eat.
I know. I just miss you when you go, is all.
I know. I miss you too. Now give me a hug and go to your grandfather.
Or when he's going to die, isn't she? Not that it matters.
Are you ready to leave the city?
They're dedicating an awful lot of time and effort on her, even though she's not really a companion. She has a family and all that. What are you doing? Cheering? Cheering for a sibling of Saravak? That's what they are. They found Saravak's journal. Reveals the truth. But the Council of Four wants to keep it a secret. Is that true? Are you a child of Bol? You question the hero of Baldur's Gate? I'll answer this. That's a bad idea. What are my options? Yeah, I don't know what I want to yell anything at them. I don't particularly care about either of these options.
Captain Shale Corwin and her aide, Corporal Bence Duncan, maintain order in the caravan from Baldur's Gate. Some who joined the expedition are unaccustomed to flaming fist discipline. Hard lessons are learned in the early days of the march north. The journey is slowed by the Crusade's victims. A multitude of broken, haunted men and women clog the coast way. When asked, they speak of fields set aflame, granaries ransacked, and family conscripted by the Crusade. Yet many characterize these hardships as necessary sacrifices in pursuit of a greater good. A strange acceptance, even admiration of Kalar Argent is disconcertingly common in those she has wronged. Some proclaim the Shining Lady a prophet, doing the work of not one but all faiths, all gods. Is it possible Kalar Argent's cause is a righteous one? Or is she engaged in a great deception to further her own agenda, as Saravak once did?
And what of your goals?
Many souls were lost during the DragonSpear Wars. I will see justice done and restore them to the light.
Yes, quite honorable. But what makes you think yourself capable of achieving this, Kayla Argent?
You dare befoul my person with your magics?
Blood is something to behold, not fear. Your divine heritage radiates from you. From which of your parents, mother or father?
Enough of these games, and enough of your questions. Heffernan, get this mage out of my sight.
At once, my lady. We will have words about this scarred one.
Perhaps.
Large map. Equipment encampment. Huge amount of named people. Laconia is here too. Well, that's our cleric.
With caution.
How may I be of service?
What do you know of Kayla Argent?
Little. She's said to be an inspiring leader. Many flock to her cause and serve her fiercely. Some claim her the daughter of a god. Others believe she possesses a divine heritage but generations removed, an Aasimar.
Could it be both? So, divine essences from two sources. Paul and some kind of celestial. A what? An Aasimar? One of those blood has been touched by the divine in some way or another.
Her closest advisor is a priest who calls himself the revered brother Heffernan. He claims to serve not one god or pantheon, but all of them. Kalar has accepted this heresy.
They say they serve all that is divine. To what end? As to her plans, I know not what they are. I know only that she takes advantage of weak and desperate peoples, and so she must be stopped. So that's pretty vague. She sought to kill me. I wish I knew why and what else she hopes to accomplish.
One of her goals is to see you dead. Do the others really matter?
Yes, they do. Because it alters the way we'll have to tackle the issue. The fact that she wants us dead, if she wants us dead, means we are forced to deal with it somehow. But how is still up in the air.
Better to know thy enemy than die in ignorance.
Whatever her goals, her heresies are an abomination. She invites the wrath of the gods down upon Toro. They give me renewed faith for the task before us. I ask you leave now to pray. Okay. This is the shopkeeper, but we don't have any cash. Who are the other people?
I am Mizena, faithful of Tempus. Praise be to the Lord of Battles.
Mizena, that's an unusual name. I created the name myself several years ago. My birth name proved unsuitable. What was wrong with it?
When I was born, my parents thought me a boy and raised me as such. In time, we all came to understand I was truly a woman. I created my new name from syllables of different languages. All have special meaning to me. It is the truest reflection of who I am.
I'm guessing this is the sort of stuff they refer to when they were sort of complaining that modern stuff were brought into a fantasy genre. So it's a man who identifies as a woman. Okay, but does it have a point? I mean, it seems like an odd thing to basically bring up if it doesn't have a deeper point to the story. Okay, this is basically a potion seller. No, it is a donation and healing service.
What I wouldn't give for a cozy inn and a hot bath.
This and that to be done, no time to stay and chatter.
I'm not reading these out loud because I don't know who these characters are. The conversation doesn't seem to be important. I don't want to go through every shopper dialogue. It just eats up so much time. What's... Okay, what exactly are you talking about? You are more than a simple adventurer now. You have become a symbol. People cheer your name and look to you for hope. It's a great responsibility. Greater burden than I'd ever want to bear. Be vigilant. I wouldn't want anything to happen to the hero Baldur's Gate. Fog.
What are ye looking at?
I was looking at... No. I was wondering how it is you came to serve the Flaming Fist. Your good luck, that's how. I heard the ardent wench was offering good gold for mercenaries and was in the gate making my way north when I had a little trouble with a halfling who'd collect the high moor. Next thing I know, I'm out for teeth and picking myself up off the floor of a cell in the Fist's headquarters. I'd still be there too if the city weren't in need of every hero it could get its hands on. Right. How do you fancy our chances against Kalar? As our friends at DragonSpear can tell ye, it's easier to hold something than to take it. If she didn't do something stupid, didn't try to grab more than she could hold, she could have kept what she got. Could have? I coulda. If the Grand Dukes hadn't made me an offer I couldn't pass up, that's not without losing more teeth and probably me life in the end. Now the Shining Lady's gonna deal with Hammerlust, and that means she's gonna get pounded. Praising. Well, I admire your confidence. There's a lot of stuff about me to admire, but do it from a distance. Your voice bugs me. Now get out of here. Okay.
Is there something you want?
Can you help me out? I can. In fact, I am a servant of the Night Singer Shar. Can you join up? Gladly. Anything to be away from this wretched dwarf. Come, let's be gone before he realizes what has happened. Yeah, reputation decreased. I don't give a shit, I need a cleric. Trying to rest without a cleric just takes forever. I see Viconia has gotten a facelift. Terrible constitution, good dexterity, terrible strength. What equipment are you holding? This is pretty important in Viconia's case. Yeah, she could have a heavier armor, but she does not have the strength to carry it. So we would need some kind of strength enhancing. We can get to a mace transplant here. Excellent. She is not a frontline fighter without extra strength. Spells. Pretty crappy spells as far as I can see, but I'm not gonna start changing them now. Yeah, nothing particularly good. She basically couldn't really offer all that much healing aid at this moment anyway.
Boo has not said anything out of politeness, but I know he is unhappy without direction.
Yeah, because our reputation got dumped now. Disliked. I don't care.
Thy veerest too far from the path of right. Correct thine steps.
What? What? Oh, hello. Excuse me, I've got to go.
I don't believe we met. I'm Timur.
Yes, you are, aren't you? That's fantastic. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Can't believe I got your name.
My name. Oh, right, my name. I'm Glint. Glint, Three Eyes Gardner Simpson. Pleased to meet you.
Gardner Sonson. Three Eyes?
Ah, yes. Yes, an old nickname. That's how many eyes Mom said she had to keep on me to make sure I stayed out of trouble. Turns out she really needed 4 eyes, but that's a long story.
You wanna join up?
All right. Yes. Join you. I can do that.
Who are you? It's a multi-class character. Cleric thief. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting because that would mean we could sort of dump Savannah entirely. We could sort of dump Viconia too if need be. Viconia is not all that important to me. We just want the heals more or less. And this guy can pretty much do... It's the same. Right. 1 level behind and he's gonna get the level fairly soon. So there's a bit of a difference, but for the healing purposes he'll do just fine.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Okay. Actually, Glint got this level up all directly. So, a beat level. Finding traps, opening locks. We couldn't use this guy for sneaking around, but doing the basics, he's just as good as the actual thief. So Savannah is sort of pointless, and she's incredibly weak otherwise too. Her armor class is terrible. Not sure if I want to dump all equipment to someone else at this moment. But I really don't see the point of Savannah in the group anymore. I just don't. Glint can do all of that pretty much better than she can. And we could use more frontline fighting power. I mean, 2 clerics is enough clerical power. 3 casters in general is enough casting power. We could also kick out these 2 and take Jaheira and Khalid. We would with the 2 fighters and additional healer. With that has a bit more offensive spell focus than a cleric. So we would have still 3 spellcasters, a thief, and 4 fighters. That's a fairly strong group.
Boo likes the forest, and I do too. There is much to nibble here.
Watch us too. We've been marching hard, covered a lot of ground, but we've still a ways to go. Everyone could use a rest, yourself included. Tonight might be the last full night's sleep we get. We'll be in Crusader territory after we cross the bridge.
Okay, I'm heading up the road away. I don't want any surprises before we cross the binding border. Mind if I join you? I do better in the city than the woods, but perhaps I can help. Maybe learn a thing or two? Benz can take care of the camp. Sure. I don't want to lose... for fuck's sake. I don't want to lose the gear. There's really no point moving all of the arrows, so this guy can't use them anyway. But I'll remove most of the more expensive ones. Especially the fire arrows. I bought them, I paid money for them. I don't want to leave them on a character I'm potentially not using ever again. Invisibility ring. Missile blast. Area of effect attack.
With caution.
Cap set. Watch us too. We've been marching hard, covered a lot of ground, but we've still a ways to go. Everyone could use a rest, yourself included.
You want me to what?
Archer. Archer would be a ranger, I guess. Saving throw increases, chance hit increase, hit points. Nothing particularly interesting happening here. Here's a good bow. Potentially entangling bow too. Good amount of arrows, good type of arrows. Not a frontline fighter, but a good archer. She already has the necessary arrows, we don't have to add anything to her. Alright, more or less just switch around positioning maybe.
Magic is sword first.
Yeah, going through these is definitely worth it.
A pleasant enough walk, though I feel solitary so far from civilization's walls.
Heroism potion is very, very valuable. Like over 1,000 gold each. The rallies.
Good day, and hello to you.
Okay, what exactly do you do in the camp? Arcane support for troops. Help to advise commanders on magical matters. Let's see how good you are.
with flair.
Sword first.
Crane. Bard of some sort. What are you singing to that rock? I probably look a little strange, don't I? It's a very unusual stone, though. It fascinates me. Okay, it looks old. What's that writing card upon it? I wish I could tell you. It is not natural. I was walking the coastway, singing as I worked out a new song, when I heard the stone humming. Was it humming a particular song, perhaps trying to communicate with you? At first I thought I might be going mad, but there are menhirs like this all over this side of the crossing. They all responded to my humming. When I sing to more than one, their tones last longer. They stop eventually, though. I tried to find all of them, but the forest is too dangerous. Thanks for sharing this. Okay, thanks for sharing your story. I'll watch for these menhirs. If you find them all and learn why they're singing, could you return and let me know? Okay. I'll be here, singing to the stone.
Thy called?
Yeah.
Wolves. Not particularly
A word?
looking. Okay. What can I do for you, Captain? Some of the things people are saying about you concern me. Such as? That you were in league with Saravak, for instance. Some on the fringe claim you are even related. Regrettably, that last is true. You can choose your friends, but not your family. My father has a saying, words can comfort, but blood will tell. A bleak view. I prefer to think one's actions are determined by individual will. Very well, I will not tell anyone else of your connection to Saravak. Even so, take care of how you are seen by those around you. One of those people may be all that stands between you and the sword someday, and if the rumors are true, if Kalar's a child of Ball, that could complicate matters significantly. Well, I'm more or less trying to build things in that I don't have to rely on anyone. I was thinking initially making a character where I wouldn't have to give a shit who everyone else in the team is, but I thought against that. Things play a little bit differently if you just build everything around powering yourself up. In some ways it works well, you'll always be able to push forward. The problem is you're constantly having to deal with people dying in fights, and it's a headache. At least every wild animal we encounter this time isn't a hostile one immediately. Gargantuan spider. Oh fuck. That's a problem. Might be able to
with caution
dodge things.
Think carefully.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
Don't draw close to thee!
true.
I shall.
Ha! My aim is true.
'Tis my will.
Things doesn't it if let's talk more fight?
Level up for Minsk. Saving throw improvements, chance to hit improved, 12 additional hit points. Very good level up for us. I might as well stay here. We have not spotted any hostiles, so we should be safe. Web will run out fairly quickly.
You called?
Let's talk more fight.
Okay, the map is okay in size, not too great though. Runes eroded by time mark one face of this tall stone menhir. An image shows a winding river. On one bank stands a robed figure clutching a woman to his chest. He looks across the river at a second man, who kneels on the bank clutching his throat. Okay. Menhir emits a constant low-pitched hum. Can you understand me? Hum added. Crackling. I'm assuming it's a sequence. Menhir emits a pleasant tone, and its runes glow faintly. It seems to have been activated.
Yes, Abel.
I'm dead.
Aye.
Darren Highhammer.
Yes.
I need a swig of some
That's some
strong
nice
dwarven
verminatin you did there, stranger. Pity you didn't come along sooner. Well, it's a pity for those back in the day. I'm not about to complain. Darren of the clan Highhammer, that's me. Slayer of vermin, particularly the two-legged kind, if you know what I mean. I realize I might not look like much for the vermin slaying right now, but look, I was brought on board this project with the understanding that I'd be dealing with, you know, creepy crawlies and such, pancakes, carrion crawlers, maybe a serpent or two. Undead weren't part of the deal, didn't bring the tools for taking care of that sort of thing. Okay, if undead weren't part of the deal, what was precisely? It was a straightforward contract, or so I thought. I was to help with a remote dig organized by a tall Hunter Dumathoin. If his clerics met anything unpleasant in the tunnels, I'd take care of it. Done dozens, hundreds of these sorts of things before without much trouble. A bugbear nest once, but that was about the worst I ever had to deal with. And dealing with it, not so bad compared to what happened in this dig. Where exactly is this dig you speak of? See that cavern there? The clerics and the cold heart too, they were, you know that thing, adamant? They were adamant no one who happened along see anything suspicious, especially if that no one served was what's her name, Kalar. They were so worried about someone coming along outside. Should have been more concerned about what they find inside. What exactly happened in there? The clerics were digging down. Fifth, sixth tunnel they started, looking for whatever it was Deep Vein was looking for. Some kind of metal he had a vision about. A vision. He was probably just in his cups. But Cold Hearth come along. He doesn't strike me as the sort to waste time on flights of fancy. Anyway, they dug down and they hit something. It weren't some vein of ore either. It was full of them things you helped me with and more besides. Cold Heart went down first. Couldn't turn undead the way the clerics could. Not that it helped them long. 2 blinks of a deaf man's eye and half the order was gone. When the others fell back, I told them to leave it and come out, but in Deep Vein, he wasn't going anywhere. Not if it meant letting those beasties loose off the surface. He couldn't help it though. Couple got out. You saw me fighting him. There's more where they came from. Soon as I get my shrink back, I'll be going in seeing if anyone's still alive. If not, I'll look for a way to make this mess worth my while, if you know what I mean. I know what you mean. If any of the priests survived, maybe they'll have something to offer. If not, Cold Heart had a chest he kept a close eye on. It was first to fall. Doubt he'd mind me taking it as payment for my troubles. Of course, if someone else wanted to go in there and try the chest while I recover, I could be convinced to split the take with them. So there's still maybe people alive in there, and all you're thinking about is gold? Nah, I'm also interested in gems and items of value, and if any of them are still alive, I'll do what I can, of course. I'm not making any apologies for doing what I got to. It's a hard world. Gotta be a hard man to live in it. Now, if you'll give me some time, I need to rest. Build me strength back up. Access high, friend. I want to take a better look at this area before committing to any kind of site. It's probably a decent sized job at that, and we could find more companions to join up to get a team I'm more comfortable with using. This is a good enough. This is the team I have to go with for the rest of the game. I'm okay with that. Can we sing at them in here? Poison damage. So find them all and activate them. And then what? I'm assuming the one is already activated there. So 2, 3, or at least 2. Could mean 6 others I need to find and activate. Dead end.
Yes? Sword first.
Pretty tame moose. Warrior beetle. But the bear doesn't mind us passing through here. Okay, some kind of destroyed structure. Burn to the ground.
With flair!
This chest's lock is damaged and half melted. No key will open. Cloak of Belluer Watch. Armor class +2 versus giant humanoids. +5 points to halflings. So it's actually only usable by this guy. Are you a gnome or a halfling? No. So it's not really good for him either.
Let's talk more fight!
It could be a quest item. It's sort of a unique type and mostly worthless for almost all types of characters. Laria.
Good day, and hello to you.
Tell me anything? Okay. You seem like an interesting person. I know nothing of interest, and I value my privacy. Leave me alone. Anything about these woods? Laria does not want to interact with Vesenal. Okay. What happened? So I may be able to help. Noble who lost everything. Doesn't want to talk to me.
All my stuff is authentic. Really, it is.
Refugees banded together for survival, but some of us have vanished. 5 have gone missing so far, leaving all their possessions behind. It's a right mystery. Okay, tell me more. I don't know anything really, but you see that tall elf woman, Teleria's her name? She arrived right before the disappearance started. No one knows anything about her. And the new arrival is the first suspect. Well, it's a place to start. I'll speak with her. Luck to you. This was also a shopkeeper. What exactly do you sell? I can't afford any of this. They're selling +2 weaponry with +3 against constructs. I'm guessing we might need a +2 weapon in this game to hurt the better bosses. Fairly uninteresting crap.
We're closed.
Okay, this building is absolutely gutted. What happened here? Go away, I don't have the energy to talk to anyone. Let me choke on the ashes and die. Okay. Can I do something to help? I'll tell you my story if it means you'll go away. A pack of clinking crusaders got drunk and rowdy. I decided to throw them out. They decided to put my end to the torch. I lost 3 heirlooms that meant everything to me in the fire, and my wife left me. Took the kids with her to Baldur's Gate. Okay, so the cloak is probably an heirloom. Sort of worthless for anyone outside the family. Well, I'm sorry you had to endure all that. I can't do anything about the inn or your family, but I might be able to help with the heirloom. I've lost everything. My family, my inn, my cloak and shield, the mirror. I might have something to live for if I got the heirlooms back. Tell me about the mirror. The mirror was my wife's. It's been in her family for generations. She told me it shows the truth of anything it reflects. Book was given to me as a memento of 5 years service in the Balur City Watch. It's my most treasured possession. Shield. Duke of Baldur's Gate personally gave me that shield as a reward for bravery. If any of the items were stolen, that one would be. I'll do my best to return these items. I'll be here, sitting in the scorched ruins of my dreams. Okay, there weren't that many named refugees here, really. I heard some people have gone missing from the camp recently. I heard the same, but I don't know anyone who has vanished. Have you seen anything suspicious? There are too many people around. I can't say anything here. It's a clearing just inside the forest northwest of here. Meet me there. I'll tell you what I know. Okay, northwest. We would naturally think she's responsible, so we are more or less expecting to go into a trap at this point. When she says northwest, does she probably means somewhere there? No, sir. Black pits. Advertising that again.
Step right up, young folks. Would you like to witness the most fearsome battles of our time? Here, have a flyer. Right up the path. A new bout should be beginning soon.
Someone has written, bet on the squirrel. The squirrel always wins. Of this crumpled parchment. Lost for a time, but now returned. Witness the peril, the power, the pageantry of the black pits. Fearsome wild animals battle for supremacy. What will emerge the victor? The ferocious wolverine, the brawling black bear, the slithering basilisk, or perhaps the aggressive ankeg? Come see the greatest battles of our age and place your bets on which creature will emerge from the pit alive. That could mean the sorcerer from the enhanced edition Baldur's Gate could be here. He was, I think, running the black pit. I haven't played the black pit, but I think you basically force him to come above ground if you play that. So he would be expelled here and then try to re-establish himself. Maybe. Considering how pathetic this is, he would certainly be eager to join up. Not sure how I would want that. But another caster would massively increase our attack potential and our ability to debuff and disarm magical protections. So it's not a significant thing.
Yes.
Oh shit. Somebody stumbled on.
Think
I killed 2 ogres with a bent fork and some boot black ones!
I need magical weapon grade at least.
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna have to retreat. There's probably a spider trap of some sort there.
Let's see. I'll recover.
No!
Yes, yes?
Good poison.
Let's see how long you last against me.
Fork and some boot black ones.
I'll recover.
Aravar's name.
What is that status thing? Unconscious. Why in the hell was I not unconscious? I guess it's the spider's venom or something.
What do you need? With flair.
Let's talk more fight.
Yeah, very likely there's gonna be a web trap of some sort here. So if you assault the spiders, you're just going to end up having your entire team whipped
with flair
while they're immune to it. So you're screwed.
Yes.
You bet.
We rearrange these. Well, there might be some way to do it. Oh wait. It's just that stealthing is pretty much impossible for us, so there's no point in having it here, while Fever is something we could do easily, constantly.
Away from civilization, one has time to order one's thoughts.
Yes.
Okay, we are expecting trouble from these at this point. Runes are okay. One image shows a man exhaling a billowing cloud with a look of terror in his eyes.
Sword first.
How many of these have I activated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It would be a beautiful night, but for that
Real.
wretched moonlight.
Order is what matters.
Keeping your skills sharp, I see. Okay. I think I'd rather rest at this point. I need more healing spells in general. I don't see how this spell would be useful. Not in a group setting, really. Barkskin, maybe? Base armor class increase. The Holy Smite is gonna be useful. Domination, it's definitely useful, but again, not mostly needed. Protection from evil, on the other hand, yes, so is a better heal. The action would also be nice. It would counter the web effects. Sleep is no longer useful. It might work here and there, but it practically is no useful. Heals would be much more practical spells to have. Right. Can we just sort of go to sleep here? Don't want to adventure during night time. Just can't see all that much.
You did not think me truly dead, did you? We've a bond between us, you and I. A connection even the sharpest blade cannot sever. A bond forged in blood, hatred, death. I held the sword coast by its throat. It wriggled and squealed in my grip. And then... you. I should have killed you, as I had so many others. But something stayed my hand. A weakness I had never known before. Are we one and the same, my brother? One soul in two bodies, born of the Lord of Murder? We will never end, you and I. Even in death.
The end has come and gone already, brother. I've had my fill of vengeance.
Have you truly? In the end, vengeance is all you will have left. Do you see now?
Right. So they're extending the dreams from Baldur's Gate to this expansion.
Sword first!
In some sense it makes sense, because it's not like Baldur's Gate 1 didn't have the dreams. It's just the dreams came in a chapter or two of text instead of an actual experience you can see there. So in that sense it's nothing different. Just more or less commenting on that they chose to go with that option. Also, it's not really daytime yet, so... Right. It's just more pleasant to look at the game in daylight. That's the only reason I rested at this point.
Let's talk more fight!
You bet!
Light reflected through a crack in the charred floor catches your attention. Search for the reflected light source quickly uncovers a loose floorboard. The town of Sobar has earned its reputation as a lawless and dangerous place. The rampant brigandry in the area means a great many stolen goods are funneled through Sobar's back rooms and inns. One of the town's residents, a halfling Gentris, crafted this mirror to help him divine the true nature of items he wished to buy. After a close call with a were-rat, Gentris decided to leave Sobar for the safety of Baldur's Gate, joining a caravan traveling north. Halfling died on the road during a bandit attack, but the caravan survivors drove off the bandits. Then short Gentris's body and possessions made it to his relatives. I identify 3 items per day. Again, very useful for someone who plays with a smaller group without a identifying service provided by someone. So a useful item, but not a mandatory item to hold on to. junk. They seem to indicate that the shield is the one item that's likely been stolen. So it's probably not here.
Sword first.